Hi, I'm Mark Campbell, and I'm the president of Professional Photographers of America. And on this episode of Professional Photographers Podcast, I'm sharing the president's message and the thought process behind it. Hope you'll join us. For education, I look back at not only my career, but everyone that I know in the industry. You don't get here, you're never going to get there with trial and error. You're never going to get there without standing on the shoulders of the people that came before you. And education is absolutely the way to push that forward. I believe rule number one is always starting with the end in mind. And that's the case with anything. It becomes much easier when you know where you want to be and in what time frame you want that to happen. It's much easier to work backwards and to get to that goal than it is, to start from the beginning and just sort of not know which route to go down. I remember being told many times by people that were smarter than me that if I really wanted to grow my business, that I needed to consider outsourcing a lot of work, a lot of things that they said at the time. That's $10 an hour work. You should be focusing on the higher paying stuff, and I wasn't always willing to do that because my goals were a little bit different. I was never, I didn't plan to get rich in photography. I wanted to do something that was fun and creative, and for me, giving up part of that creative process was just a little too hard to do. I recognized the value in what I was being told, and they were definitely correct. It was probably a mistake, but I had to be confident in selling a product that I knew it was the best that I could possibly produce. And we have to be able to create technically proficient images and saleable images. But if we don't understand, what it is that our clients want and need, we're probably not going to be successful. If you look at something like, say, a family portrait, what is the goal there really? If you think about, are we just trying to represent what people look like, or is there a deeper meaning to it? And the truth is that if you just show an image to a client and they say, yep, that's us, that's what we look like, there's no emotional connection there, and there's no real impetus to buy. It's more about establishing connections, and it can be as simple as the placement of different people within the frame, a little hand contact here and there, an expression, something that when they look at that photograph on their wall as they walk past it every day, it makes them feel something instead of just, well, that's what we look like. Mm-hmm. That's always going to be much more successful. What we tend to forget sometimes is that the images we're creating right now today are going to have that impact 50 to 100 years and maybe even beyond from now. So take it seriously, because it is a very, very serious thing.